Howdy everybody. Tis 5:30. Thank you for joining me. Let's you can start getting your drink and oldest coin you think will be in the box. If you want to start doing that, you're welcome to. Let's see who we've got in here. JClikes Pam, first one in. Awesome. VMC, Jim Thompson. Greetings from the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Got Michael Erickson. And KJ in Ohio, not Wyoming. Hello, Ron Pierce. If you want to. Hello, Otis. We got KJ with Pepsi Cherry in 1919. Got Michael Erickson, Fanta Orange. Otis with Fanta Orange in a 38. VMC says Fresca Peach. And 1920. Jim Thompson says Pepsi Zero Cherry. Michael Erickson says 1941. Ron Pierce. Coke Zero. Don't have a Coke Zero. I have a Coke Zero Orange. But no, just regular Coke Zero. I do like Coke Zero, though. Let's see, 1944 for you. Hey, BH. You said cream soda in 36. Jim Thompson, 1942. Coke Zero Orange, okay. That's what I kind of figured, but... anybody else that I've missed? JC, did you get one in? If you did, I missed it. Right now I've got VMC, Jim Thompson, Michael Erickson, KJ, Ron, Otis, and BH. And JC says Coke Orange in 1910. Okay. Well, as people come in, we'll add them to the list. So, JClikes Pam, you get a swag pack with the vinyl sticker, 3-inch size, a bottle opener keychain, and a pen. So that will all be in your stuff. We also have, I got these out ahead of time just because they're kind of harder to pull out. So I'm just going to throw those on there for just a second. We had 43 Denver, a 43, and this should be San Francisco. There you go, San Francisco. Okay. Hey, Walker Magnet, welcome. If you want to guess a drink that I have, I've already got it out. Now, and then also the oldest year in the box. We got the Indian Heads, There's the back. And a 1904. If I win that Canadian 50 cent tonight, it's yours, BA Trainer. You got a 40 through 58 BU. Keep a little foam in there so it doesn't get bashed around. And we will get one out. There is the nice back. And it is a 58 Denver. Kind of a common one, but that's what's in there. Put that in a flip for you. Purdy. I got 9 to 19. Let's find one in here, see what pulls out. And it is a 1919, so not bad. Does not count as the oldest in the box because it's not in the box. Get 2 from the 20s here. First one is a 28, and the next one is the same thing, so let's get a different year. Looks like that one is a 29. There you go, 28 and a 29. Now the 30s. We got a 1930 and 1935. So there you go, 2 different years. If you want to put your guess of which drink I have tonight and the oldest year that we'll find in the box, you're welcome to do that. Get your name on the wheel, possibly. So there is your coin pack. Oh, nice. You got 3 hot peppers. Okay. That there for a second. Okay. Forgot to put that foam back in. We do have our penny box. Anybody else wants to get in on the oldest penny? If you've come in, you're welcome to until I get this top popped. Let's see, I don't see any weedy enders, at least the backwards facing. There's some older ones that look good. So there we go. And so tonight I've got those rounds from the other night that I'll throw up when it's time. And then I got a few of these ones in, so if you end up wanting that one, you are welcome to also. It's a colorized. It's a car with money bags and a cop chasing them. And it is robber. So I just haven't updated the thing and only got them in yesterday, so and I got actually quite a few of them. They sent me those, and wasn't the fondest of them, but oh man, that was almost a Wheatie. It's a 1959, but it goes in your pile. I do have a cup to put all the ones to go through, because I like to do that later, otherwise it'll drag all night. It's 89. We'll be looking for any, of course, Wheaties. Never have found an Indian head, but you never know. Maybe tonight's your night. I've found some 2003s, or 23s, so there are the extra V variety that we'll look for when those come around. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. I saw Paul was streaming some dollar bill hunts. Doesn't have stream skip. Oh, Blue Jays Mariners was on late tonight. I like baseball. I just never watch it on TV. Not that I don't like to, it's just... Oh, yes, sorry. Black Cherry, Fresca. Thank you. I don't think anybody had Black Cherry. They had VMC, had Fresca, Peach, couple Fantas, couple Coke Orange, couple Cherry Pepsis, and a cream soda. Hey, Mark, welcome. Hopefully we'll get 25 likes. Haven't expected to get those and gotten them the last few streams, which is nice. I'm racking up the hours. Just last month I found, or had about 400 something hours watched, so that's almost doubled what I had. I was at 500, so getting up there. Third of the way to the point to do super chats and memberships, so I'll have to start thinking about that, of what I want to do. So far, nothing, but you never know what we'll find. Hey, Bellows Forge, welcome. Hey, Copper Owl, welcome. Just barely popped the box, so All these I'm putting into a little cup to go through later. I do look at both ends, so in case if there is an ender. I've had boxes where there's one, and then my daughter opened a box and had two enders. She only saw one because it was back facing, but I noticed one that was quite old, so I looked at it, and because it was front facing, and it was a weedy obverse, so 2 in 1 box. Landed a fully box of 2025 Ds. If interested, email me. Awesome. Haven't found any. The only ones I've gotten so far were 2023 nickels, which I traded in at the other bank and got circulated. And then I got 2 boxes of 2025. So I have 2 of those and just still debating on what I want to do. Right now I'm just kind of sitting on them, but I mean, if someone wants to buy them, they're welcome to. I'm thinking maybe put one on eBay, keep one, I don't know. Put them in as, there's quite a few 2023 so far, I think 3 of them already. Pulling out the 82s just to look for any of those. Large date DDOs and DDRs. Hey Isaiah Moses, welcome. So we will see what we end up doing, but I'm just not exactly sure what I want to do with those yet. The problem with like eBay is if you sell them on there, they take 13%. So you sell them for 200, they're already taking 26 bucks. Plus you'll have shipping fees. And so by the time you're done, it's like, is it worth the 50 bucks? Maybe. Or I could sell them by the roll. Though it just takes more time. You can make more money on them, but it just takes more time on doing it. Eyes don't want to work. If I do get off screen, let me know. If you run out of points or you come in and you don't have any, the mods can add those. I can add them also. %13 on the shipping fees too, yeah. That's why it's like, I mean, you can make some money on them, but I don't know. It's not like it's a ton of money that, you know, like if it's halves, you know, that's 500 bucks sitting there, but, you know, you have a couple boxes of nickels, that's only 200 bucks. Problem is, I don't know if I want to store them and put them in my safe and stuff. So right now they're just sitting on the floor. So anyway, still debating that, just haven't done anything with it. Kind of been busy and haven't looked even at what they're really selling for. One time I looked, there was one that was selling them. He had them like $499.99, and there was like, multiple available, and he'd already sold like 6 or 7 of them. It's like, who the hell's buying them at $500 a box? Especially when you have other people on there selling them for $200. And if someone wants to pay me $500 a box, I'll just say, yeah, I'll give you a discount. I'll make it $450 each, and I'll ship it for free. I bought something on eBay, and it was ground advantage, and the guy was charging. I bought from him before, and this time he charged $20 for ground advantage. So it was one of those that, welcome Captain Vic. It was one of those that you could make an offer type thing. Bad news here. One of the 2 bank chains I use says no more pennies in rolls. Won't give you one. All for businesses only. I know that, I've asked the banks that if they can order me extras, and so far they said that they will try to order it, but no guarantees on if they can get them. So if it comes down to no more pennies, then I'll just go with nickels. I mean, they're still producing millions of them, so I don't know what the big deal is. It's like, yeah, they're going to quit making them, but they're not. Yeah, that's all they're doing, is just not making them. But yeah, I figure I'll try to get it whenever I can, and if I am able to get them, I'll just stock them up, and if I'm not able to get them, I'll just go through what I have and have to do only nickels. Picked up 2 boxes of halves last week from the bank that used to be every other Wednesday, and now they've gotten off schedule, so they're getting them on the weeks I don't deposit payroll, because I do that every 2 weeks. So now they're off, so I have to make 2 trips. Not a big deal, but asked if they'd sell me any bags when they get full, and they said that they roll them and reuse them themselves. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, if you ever want to get rid of them, let me know, because I'll go through bags of pennies. Going to the bank tomorrow, see if you can get a couple boxes. Haven't had any problems before, but who knows? Yeah. Yeah, some of those I think just don't want to deal with like pennies and stuff. So I think a lot of them just say, oh, corporate is saying we can't do it. Where in reality they can, they just, I think, don't want to go through all the work. some of the branches, like I know one of them has limits on what they can order. So they can't just say, I want 20 boxes of pennies or, whatever, 20 boxes of nickels. But they've been trying to order extras when they can. JC, do you need a 2024? If you do, I'll throw it in. Got a 62p dime at the Queen Star. Okay. I'm throwing that one in. It is a 24 Denver. So there you go. On some of those new ones, I try to see if you need, like, because some of the new ones, I'm going to replace it with that one because it's a lot shinier than that one. And that one had less scratches too, so. Because a lot of times the new ones just don't get into areas for a while. I know, like on nickels, I'm finally finding 2024 nickels. And I wasn't even finding those until like the middle of the year. Yeah, I saw that short that you did for that walker, and as soon as I saw that date, I was like, wait a minute, is that an 8/7? And it was. So I was like, that would be a nice find. Yeah, it's one of those that definitely would be good to get that graded. Found a few 2009s, but none of them are the ones with the extra finger variety. I have some I should probably send in and look at getting. I think that, a couple of them would probably have some problems and things, but it'd be more to get it encapsulated and more protecting it than anything. Estimated value 1,000 minus 5 cents. Yeah, I was like, that would be a nice find. It's one of those things that it's like you want to find it. Like even just hunting for, someone that buys a box. But then it's like, man, now I have to give it away. But that's part of the deal. Hey, Maple Leaf. So far, we haven't really found anything. That's the way it was with nickels the one night. The first, I don't know, quite a while. Didn't have anything, and then all of a sudden the box picked up after, I think it was 20 rows, or 20 rolls. So I guess we'll see. Right now, I'm not. I'm still haven't heard from some of those donators from Pa. So far, the only two I've had are JC and Shannon Smith. So I know there's others out there, but I've sent emails and haven't heard anything. So as of right now, I am open. It would be Monday at 5:30. You'll get Nichols sending now. Okay. Oh, we finally got our Weedy. Let's get our guesses in of what we think the year is. I may do a stream tomorrow afternoon if I get 2 searchable boxes. Awesome. I am on call this weekend, but it's one of those that I've said that if it needs to be searched and I'm not there, then that's okay. I can always watch it again later if I'm not able to while at work. Sometimes it's kind of slow, so I can throw it on and watch it. And other times it gets busy, so I just put it on and minimize it, and that way you still get watched hours. I say parents, but it's stepdad. But he'll like turn on to the live stream replays and just put it at the top and then let it run and put it down in the background. Alright, so I've got 51, 58, 35, 56, 57, 53, 47, 53, 47, 44, 42. Okay. Hey, you got Tita? Gonna flip it. $19.49. Anybody have 49? I don't think so. I think Maple Leaf and Mark 47 were the closest. Nice. I don't think it's going to be one of those boxes where we have, 50 or 60 in them, but you never know. Otis had 51. Okay, I'll try one. That's what you guys are there to help me find people when I miss them. Oh, clear at the very top of it. I was like, I didn't even see it. But it's the very top, which is why I was having a hard time finding it. So, yep, either way on that. And again, if you are on the Wheel of Names and you do win at the end of the night, you do not have to be present to win, but you still need to email and claim your prize. Otherwise, after a week, it goes into forfeit land. So sometimes we can get a lot of names on there, sometimes there's not too many, but we'll see. Some of the newer ones that, like 23s, and that one was a 19. So I think that's the only fair way to do it, in my opinion, is if you're putting them on throughout the night, not everybody can stay the entire night. Whereas if it's a like end of stream, that's a little different. That we've even had 25 people in, but don't forget, 25 likes is always a possibility. We've done that in the last few streams, so like I said, I wasn't even expecting to start getting that many likes until a few months. But and then I went away from the trying the dual. It was just causing too many problems. It would randomly choose one night. It worked on both, like for the CloudBot, and I was just tired of messing with it, so I just decided for now I'll give it up. I don't lose too many hours off it. I got, lots of views from people passing through, watching for a minute or whatever. But when I went back and looked at the statistic stuff, I only lost maybe 10 hours a stream, and the horizontal was giving me 50-60 at that point. Thompson's watched the stream for 6.33 hours. Cool. Well, 10 rolls down and 1 wheel. We did find a 55 blazer in a roll one night, so stuff is still out there. Hopefully we'll find some good things like that. It's always fun when you come across those. It's 24D, but the other one was way nicer, so I'm not going to keep it. Sorry. I was gonna talk and started yawning instead. Last night there was a kind of a church potluck thing. They had it at the park, and it wasn't the best weather. It was a little bit windy and 50 degrees, and actually started raining. But it was like a chili and soup potluck. Someone made a curry, and I guess it just got gobbled down even before I got there. Because it's like, ooh, I would have taken curry. A few people made some rolls and treats and stuff, and those were good too. I actually came home and fell asleep. I changed and sat down because it was not until 5:30, and Mom texted me at 6 o'clock and said, "Were you going to go to that?" I was like, "Oh, yeah." So I got up and went. Made it easy to not have to cook. I like to cook, but the problem is I just don't like to cook for myself. But if I'm cooking for others, I like to. Someone want a dual page ringer one. I want to get a bigger computer desk set up. Right now I'm just using my old desks from 25 years ago or whatever. It's not the most spacious, so I'll have to rearrange some stuff, but I've been looking. The problem is a lot of the computer desks, they're not, like, depth-wise, are not that great. Weedy number 2. So there's a few I've been looking at, and found one that's not, it's kind of like an L-shaped, and it's got 2 levels, and it's got lighting and plugs and extra, outlets and stuff on it, USBs, regular, like to plug things in, regular stuff, like a phone charger or something. And a few of them, it was like, huh, I didn't know they even made something like that on a couple of the options I was looking at. And it's one that you can reverse, so if you want it like the L on the left side, or if you want it on the right side, either way. Everybody else getting guesses in? Just about done with this roll. At least I can do it one-handed, and if you want to get a closer look and change your guess or something, you're welcome to. Five more coins and I'm going to flip it. Okay. Looks like KJ's the last one in. It's a 53 out of Denver. If it'll focus. There you go. What was the other one? 53, 49. Okay. So 53. Who was the closest? We have got. Looks like JC at 51 would be the closest to 53. And Michael's 55, which is this opposite way. So JC and Michael Erickson. So it's either way, over or under, which is why both of them got it. You could be like Price is Right and you have to be under, but it's just like, nah. So it's just one of those throughout the night. Plenty of chances to get your name in, hopefully. I also do the at the end, anybody that's watching, if they haven't gotten their name in, they can do the wheel and get at least their name in on one time. We might go through some of these tonight. Maybe some of the 2023s, and we'll see. Each state you can do the lost money thing that you can look and see if you have money that's owed to you, and so they send it to the state. And we did that for the hospital. And hi, Jimmy Licari. And I started that in November of last year. And at one point, I had sent everything in, needed stuff notarized, did all that, and then I checked and it said that it had been closed due to inactivity. I was like, what do you mean? So I contacted them and I was like, I sent everything in. I've been waiting on you guys. Why are you closing it for inactivity if I'm waiting on you? Oh yeah, that shouldn't have happened. So they reopened it. That was like 2 months ago. Well, today, right before I left work, I got an email saying your claim has been processed. You will be getting a check. They're going to send it. And there was like 40 something accounts that they said they would give to us, because some of them were like for like us and a patient, like when a company overpays or something. So we're gonna have just under $20,000 being come back. There was one as low as 2 cents, 40 cents, and one that was 4,000, 5,000 something, another one that was almost 10,000. And it's funny because one was 30 cents. But it's like, we've been there for a long time. So why it would not be sent to us, it's weird. I mean, I can understand if we had moved or changed or merged or something, but nope. It'd be nice if it was a 2-cent coin, yeah. But I think there was like almost 50 when I started the process, and like I said, some of them were to like us and a patient type thing, so you know, we couldn't just claim it. But when I first started there was a couple companies that kept sending credit balance notices, and I would fight with them, because it's like, we're not buying, like one of them, it was $20-something thousand, and I'm like, we're not going to be buying anything like that. So they finally sent a check for $20,000, and then like 2 months later we actually ended up buying something from them that it would have covered. But oh well. So now I'll have to figure out where to which account to put it into. Can't remember which one that they were looking at, but I think it's like, there's one that you can do like it for sale of assets, there's one that you can do for donations, there's all kinds of accounts. General ledger account. So I'll just have to see which one they would rather have it in. Oh, there we go. Number 3. It was back facing too, so I didn't even have to like, oh. Looks like some decent detail on the wheat. $38, $50, $57, $52, $47, $56, $52. I get done with this first half of the stack, I'll flip it. 57 and 53. Is more than 48. A little more difficult to do one-handed, but I figure keep it going, and if I come across something else, then we'll go on to the next one. Man, that was road rash. 3 more coins, 2 more coins, and that half is done. So 57. I figured it was newer because the wheat stalks had decent detail. Well, anyway, 57. Who had VMC got it exactly on? KJ exactly on. Just those two, I believe. And the rest of the stack. Kind of like Paul Harvey with the rest of the story, or whatever it was. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that the other day. It's like I got to find something to put it on. But it has to be something that it doesn't want to, because I've tried a couple things, but it just doesn't want to because of the background on it. It's like more, I don't know if it's because it was super flat or something. Maybe I just need to cover it with something, but actually I wonder if that would be too close. There, that would work. Yay! I've got a new stand. An old dime box. Yeah, it definitely looked newer. Like I said, it had some detail on the stock, so I think the other one I was maybe trying to use was either too close or not close enough, but I finished that dime box on Monday after the stream, that for anybody that wanted to stick around, because I had a few minutes to spare. I think that turned out, that dime box works pretty good. And it's weird, I was thinking about it, but then totally spaced it and forgot to check it out ahead of time. So thank you for reminding me. Hey, that's completely fine if he wants to. Like I said, he said it was okay to steal this from him, so, well, borrow it, use, whatever. Maybe he could pour a special metal sculpture for it. Things will also progress as it goes along, and figure things out that work better or not better. And I'm not fancified and have music like Walker and Paw and intros and stuff. Well, we gotta... No, not guess. Well, I guess you could, if you wanted to guess, see if it'll focus. It's a Canadian. See, now it doesn't want to do it. Oh well. It'll be blurry for now. You do have a Canadian, though. Finish this row up, or this stack up, and possibly. I haven't ever bothered guessing years on foreigns, but why not? That year is... Oh, we've got VMC in there. Barely. Last chance to get a year in if you want. Doesn't look super old. Got 86, 77, 72, and an 85, and a 2077. Flip it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 91. 91 Canadian. I think the closest, let's see, VMC was 5 away. Looks like VMC. Unless I'm wrong. If so, please let me know. Foreigns are kind of interesting because it's one of those that, I mean, you see Wheaties and stuff all the time, but foreigns, it's like you don't... Hope no one saw that. I doubt it. Let's see if a piece of paper will work. Might wait just a second, just until... Yeah, a little bit. Sometimes it likes to focus on my hand. There we go. Get a little more light on it. Mark had an 88. Sometimes it gets buried in there and I never see it. Oh, maybe it's because I'm on... I don't have live... Nope, there we go. Yep. It would help if I had live chat, not top chat. Which is why I didn't see it. So Mark Lester is actually closer, but I'm going to keep VMC on there. Because that was my bad. That's why I have you guys. Yeah, I didn't see him. I was looking, I was like, I don't see him at all. And then I looked and it was top chat. And I don't know why it does that if it's not like super busy chat and stuff, of why it doesn't show them. So as soon as I put it on live chat, there it was. And that whole time I would have been totally oblivious. You guys could have been maybe saying stuff about me. Whispering. There's another 24. Let's just compare these two. Nope, the other one's still better. We'll flip it when I'm done with this half of the roll, which is 5 coins. Okay. Last chances to get it in. It is a 45, I think. Let's just make sure. Yep, 45. So, anybody have 45? I see 47, 46. Huh, weird. So is Michael Erickson the closest, I think? One away. I wish it would start it on live chat and then you could change it. But, oh well. I try to remember to put it on live chat. Sometimes it just is stupid, and I can understand if you had, 1,000 messages a minute, but it's like, come on, we're playing a game. You have a chance to win stuff. Not super expensive stuff. Copper, which is still good. Hey, Crafty, welcome. We found a few this evening. We found 4 Wheaties, a Canadian, and a 2024 that JC would need. I swear this box has quite a few newer ones in it. It's like, you can give me newer ones, but give me the old ones too. That's 69 Denver. Let's check it just to make sure. Hopefully, I think it was a round I sent not too long ago, so hopefully it's made it. I had some packages that I had ordered, and because of weather delays, they were, I bought them on a Sunday on the 6th or 5th. They were shipped out Monday morning, and they didn't arrive until 10 days. Same day with Pause package. It was sitting there and it said on the tracking, it was like, it gave me an alert that it wasn't delivered, and because it needs signature and stuff, and I knew exactly where the mail person was going to be because they leave my place and they take a right and they go up into the next neighborhood. So no, I did not buy ASE. I bought the Barbers and large scents. In fact, maybe we'll take a break and look at a few of those. I thought about buying those, but I was focused on the Barbers and just to add more, just because I already have almost all. Finish this roll and we'll take a break and look at some of those goodies. And also some of the silver certificates. But yeah, that was a good deal though, for all those ASEs. I mean, the Barbers were a great deal too. I mean, don't get me wrong, I actually paid more than the start, but and I knew I wouldn't have to, but I just wanted to be that way. And I guess I'd want to start a stream, and I had no idea because I was working. And so these were my goodies: a 32, a 38, a 40, 41, a 42, 45, 47, 49, 50, 51, 52, 54, 54, 55, and a 56. So now I need to get a large scent book, and so I guess that was start a stream. Kind of cool with 4444 in the 1992. And then the silver certificates. I have some, but I just like, yeah, what the heck. 2312375 and then so we had a couple 1915s, 1912, a couple of those, 1911, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 7, 6, 6, 6, 4, 4, 2, 2, 01, 1900. That one's slick. 1899, 1898, maybe, I don't know, and 1897. So none of them that I knew they wouldn't add to my album because I'm only missing 3. But and all mine are, because I bought those from the book of them from Pa last year, and it had all but 7. So now I'm down to 4. But once I get those 4, I'll have the complete set with complete mint mark. The only thing I would be missing would be the varieties. It's like, I can't remember, micro date or something, or micro mint mark, something like that. Yeah, thank you guys. So yeah, it was one of those that I had planned on buying it, but then I ended up buying those large cents, and it's like, yeah, oh well. Working all that on call basically paid for it. But it never hurts to add to a collection anyway. Once I go along and able to do memberships and things, I might start offering a few of my extras and some of those slick ones. And basically it was 25 bucks each, so just a little bit more than melt now. What was silver at? I don't know what it ended up at today. And it was 50 something this morning. But did anybody see that? Pretty decent one. I'll flip that up for you when we get done guessing. Obviously, being that clean, it's probably a newer one, but not all the time. 54 or something, yeah. I mean, it's good for, you know, the value of the collection. I mean, in the last basically few years, it's doubled. I first got back into coins. I guess it was right before COVID, but silver had gotten down to, I think it was like 15, 16 bucks an ounce. So everything I had back then is now tripled in value. But I'm not planning on selling it. I have gold that are like 2 gram type things. Those have, it was at 1600 when I got those. I've got almost a full ounce. It's like 29 ounces or something, or 29 grams. But it was just more of one of those, like there's Valcambi, there's, can't remember the other one, but it's like Bulgaria or something, I don't know. One of those countries. Alright, open that new roll and fix those. Any more guesses before we get it? Let me get a flip out. What's the date? 16th? Is a 57. Denver. Pretty decent. So I'm just going to flip that up because it's a nice one. You don't want to get it scratched and banged up. So let me know who was the closest. For when I get this done, I can put your name in. See, JClikes Pam of VMC. Both had it exactly on. There you go. That's a pretty decent one. It's always nice when you get nice ones like that. And it was just kind of, wasn't even expecting that. What is that? The last 2 hunts we found 2 BUs, a 55 and a 57. Don't know, maybe they were dumped at the same time and just got mixed in. And hey, Pa. Just found that butte. It's a 57, but still in a roll. I'll take it. Found a Canadian and found 4 other Wheaties. I haven't heard from anybody else, so I'm still trying to set those up. The other ones were Shannon Smith and JClikes Pam are the only ones that have set those up right now. Hopefully I can pick up more penny boxes, but so far I haven't been able to. Hey, blockers. Welcome. Let's see what else we find. We're halfway through the box. Just opened roll 26. That's a nice, decent one. I'll throw it in for you. It's a 69 Denver. But it's pretty. I'll send it to you. A 1906 Barber Dime in your Canadian cents over the weekend. Very nice. I think it was last week I was returning coin and the machine had some change in it, so I pulled it out. And out of all the change, there was 3 silver dimes. So that's, what, 10 bucks in silver? You want me to flip that one up also? Or do you just want it thrown in? It's up to you. I figure I'll flip it just because it's nice, so. Bank is still letting me get pennies, $1 a week for now. Started hoarding months ago and have over 50 boxes. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got, I think, 6 boxes of pennies left. So I've just been trying to pick them up whenever I go. I've been telling them if they can get me pennies and nickels, get me as many as they can order. But I know that they are limited on how much they can order, so that it's not like they can just go in and say, send me 20 boxes. All right, guys, get your guesses on. If I can get it to focus again. So they said that they would try to order me more. And I didn't think I was going to be doing hunts and or selling hunts, I should say. So once I found out I was going to start doing that, or figured I would start doing it, that's when I started to try to get more. So we'll see what we can get. I saw you on streaming earlier while I was at work. Notification popped up. You were hunting dollar bills. Don't know if you found anything good or not. All right, let's get ready to flip it. Uh, 52, 51, 40, 53, 48, 45, 41, 47, 50, and a 62. Anybody else getting your guesses in? Get your name on the wheel if you're closest. That is a 58, I think it says. We'll just double check. Yep, 58 Denver. So, 58. Anybody have 58? Is Jim the closest? 4 away. Nice. Very nice. Sounds like he had a pretty decent run there. Let's see. Hey, Miguel. So Jimmy was 6 away. KJ was 5. Jim Thompson was 4. So Jim. Looks like Jim was the closest, being 4 away. And while we were doing that, nice 63. I'll send that one to you too. $62 Wheatie, yes, that is a rare one. Hey, you could have still guessed 59 and still won. Like I said, it's either side. Doesn't matter if you're over or under. Well, it could be like BH Ringer the other night. He won the Wheel of Names spin, and then the giveaway right after that for 2 wins. So you never know. I know. When I saw that, I think it was yesterday, it popped up on my feed. And as soon as I saw that date, I was like, wait a minute. Is that an 8/7? And then, sure enough, it was like, yeah. I mean, it was like definitely, you could see, oh, there we go. Second Canadian of the night. This one is a 1978. That one was facing up, so I couldn't do a guess of the year on that. Leafy, yes, absolutely. For those of you who don't know, my daughter, when we hunt pennies, most of the time people look for Wheaties. Well, my daughter, she likes to find Leafies. So that's what we started calling them, was Leafies. She gets more excited to find a Leafy than a Wheatie. So there's Paul Harvey's rest of the story for those that didn't know. Yeah, I should have said leafy to begin with, but totally spaced my mind. Let's see what else is in the box. And for those who have come in late, my drink of the night is black cherry fresca. No winners for that. Closest was a peach fresca. But there you go. Thanks, Pa. Appreciate you stopping in. We'll probably get another 25 like giveaway, I'm guessing, here soon. Some of the copper rounds that I got that I give away, a couple of them have a marijuana thing, like on the back or something. It's a medical symbol on it. And then on the back it's got that, so. If my kids aren't here, I'm a little flexible on what is said. But if I do a stream with them, obviously it'll be more kid appropriate. But I'm good. I love the one that came in that one night and said hi, and then right after he said hi, he said, "Shut up." I can't remember who it was, but they booted him. Yeah. As I started getting ready to offer these, I was like, Pa's going to have the thing, and if he's doing a like he has in the past, I will offer a hunt. How you like that one? Someone scratched up the Lincoln Memorial so it's silver. And the front. So, yeah, I'm hoping the other winners will set theirs up. And since I didn't have anybody set up for Monday, I think it's Michael Erickson, if I remember right, is set for a nickel box. Yeah, not a problem. I mean, they must not be in too much of a hurry to get them hunted if they haven't contacted me. So, because I sent the email out. There was an anonymous, so I given some options of if they didn't want me to hunt it live, or if they wanted me to hunt it and then just send them like a private link and not broadcast it. But I haven't heard any of those. And on mine, I had replied that if they go to open it, I'll try to be there. If not, they can open it and I can watch the stream later. So, lots of options. Also, if I do not show up Monday, I want want you to give the box and all the goodies away. I may be at baseball weather, depending. Okay. If there's a certain way you want me to give it away, the whole thing, break it up, or do like a live drawing, kind of like a end of stream type thing. If there's any particular way, let me know. And because it's your box, I'm willing to do whatever you want. Or it's one of those things. I'm pretty easygoing. Someone, like, say, wanted to do one and not broadcast it, like be, hey, I don't want someone to know that I'm buying a box, spending money, whatever. I can do private streams, just depending on when scheduling and stuff allows. I can also do it, record it. Whoever picks the soda correctly sounds good. Okay. But then the question comes in, what if it's a tie? Then I'll do a tiebreaker. Okay, I will do that. I was figuring I'd probably put their names on the wheel, and then if there was two, they had 50-50 chance, and if there's three, then 3 spots. Hopefully you're there. And I'll look at your email and see if there's anything in there that is important to know. Just do this real quick. Okay. Just trying to support unless you find a 1918 over 17. That would be hilarious. And I would definitely keep that out and send that to you. Even though you said the fines and everything, I would definitely make sure that you got that. Then you get it graded, and then you sell it, and then you have lots of money to buy more boxes and gamble even more. No. Yeah, the idea kind of struck me to do these, and seems like it's been pretty well received. So any support is appreciated. There is a method to the madness. Appreciate the break from half dollars. Yeah, I mean, half dollars are great, but just everybody does half dollars. I don't get many half dollars, so I couldn't even do that. But when I was asking Pa's opinion, ideas, he basically said he can't really think of anybody that does penny and nickel hunts, like for subscribers and stuff. So I was like, I can get nickels, usually some pennies. Dimes, there's not really much to do with dimes. I just edge search dimes. I'm not going to go, I mean, if I was really caring, I'd go through and look for a proof or something, but plus I didn't want something that was, you know, a ton of money to, you know, do a hunt. So I was like, I'm sure there's people that would like to do hunts, but, you know, can't afford a couple $100 or something like that. It took me quite a while before I could finally get one to start ordering halves. Now they usually get 4 boxes every other week. So my credit union once in a while can get a box. They said their basically corporate doesn't like to order them, but sometimes they will. They're the ones I get all my pennies and nickels from. Quarters and dimes, but rarely halves. The one time I was dumping the coin, I was asking what they had, and they said, we'll give you lots of dimes. And I was like, okay. They're like, we've got a ton, and it's basically taking up room when we never use them. So I was like, okay, how many do you want to get rid of? They said, we'll give you 4. I was like, okay. So I still got 3 of them. My son likes to hunt, edge hunt dimes sometimes. So I have 3 boxes still, because it was only a couple weeks ago that I picked them up. Yeah, it's probably about a month now, but I opened a box of dimes on Monday after the stream. I was just like, if anybody wants to hang out. It's like I don't have a life. No offense to anyone, but that nickel hunt last night was one of the most exciting hunts I've seen in a while. So nickels are definitely fun to watch. Yep. I like, you know, like when Pa would do, you know, nickel hunt or whatever, I always liked them. I think it would be kind of fun to do a box battle where, kind of like with, you know, Southern Metal would get like Bassman or something, and they would be on the same stream and like Skype or whatever. With Streamlabs, I know that there's a way to do a, not like a dual stream like I was doing, but kind of like a collab stream. You can do a collab, I think, with 2 or 4 people, because they have a layout for a collab cam 2 layout and a collab cam 4 layout. So it's one of those that maybe test that and some night have a box battle, figure out a point system, and when I was inputting the, because I always keep track of all the stats and stuff, and I'm averaging, I think it's after Monday stream, 0.3 buffaloes a box, or maybe it was 0.2, either 0.2 or 0.3, but we had gone a few streams without hitting anything. So Warnick is I average usually about 1 per box. Sometimes I'll get 2, and the other times I'll get none. And it's a kind of a crusty 59, but it's from the 50s, so you get it. I know some people will probably be like, it's not a Wheatie, so I'm not sending it. Well, I said anything from the 50s. I've seen Beatringer and Seaweed Coins and others get together and do multi-hunt. Yeah. Like I said, I you know, I've seen it like where obviously you have people like, you know, Paul and Hudson and stuff and in the same room. But I do know that there's multiple ways of doing that to where you can have, yeah, that I keep all the 59s out. I know some people don't, but I do. So I figure if I keep them out, because of that transition year, plus it's from the 50s. Hey, Cave Bear Numismatics, hello, welcome. We're just hunting some pennies for JClikes Pam. Found a few things so far, a few Wheaties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Wheaties, with one of them being a blazer. It's not the worst box I've ever hunted, but it's not the best box either. Yeah, this was in a roll. Not bad. I'll take those anytime. Whoa. Hopefully we'll find some more so we can do some guessing. Get some more names on the wheel. If you want to do exclamation me like VMC did, that will put your channel link so people can go and subscribe to it. one of those that people put it up and ask for a sub. I will sub if someone asks me to. Doesn't cost anything. It's just hitting a button. My nickel boxes here are so bad I stopped getting them. I'd say I've searched 50 plus boxes and only found one buffalo, maybe 5 war nickels. Wow. That is crazy. I guess I can't complain when I think with like 2024's, 2009's, any from the 50s, 40s, 30s, buffaloes, anything like that. I think I average right about 20 finds per box. Sometimes a few less, sometimes a few more. But I'd say on average probably about 20 or so. So if I hit 20 finds per box, I feel that that was a pretty decent box. If I only hit 6 finds or something, that would be like horrible. I think the worst I've had doing nickels was a box with 8 finds. I think it was 8. Anglers, and I'd say you're due for a really good buffalo box. One with a 1918 over 17. What's crazy is a lot of times you find them and they're slick, and that one was definitely not slick. I mean, you could see everything on that. I think I started to watch that stream and then left, or I think that's when I fell asleep or something, but it's those are nice recaps. I've done a few of those, like when the one night we found that buffalo. I snipped it and did a recap on it. I've taken like 6 months off in between boxes and tried again. They're just bad here. And it's kind of like with halves. I mean, most, like Rob finds treasure. It seems like he'll find like 5 nifsies maybe in a hunt. And me, I average 18, which is crazy. RT stopped the auction to check that buffalo out, and he said it was one of his dream coins. Yes, I mean, that's one of those, like, you know, if you find a 09S VDB in a hunt or something, I mean, how crazy it would be if we're going along and it's like, oh, look at this one, and it's do a box trade and say, is your luck any better than mine? And it would be funny if Rob found all kinds of fun stuff and Michael opens the ones from Rob and had nothing. I mean, it wouldn't be funny, but it would be kind of like, yeah, that figures. Posted a recap video, I think it was last week. I found a crap load of NIFCs. And they weren't all just 2018s either. The one box, I think I found 30 something, and then I've had 80 something in the second box. That was definitely my most Nifsies in a box, was like 80 something. On Oscents, there was one time I think they found something like 70 or 67 Nifsies. So that was the most for a box for me. But still, 80 something I think it was, totally beat that. Got 12 rows left, or 12 rolls, not rows. Don't know how you could have 12 rows in a box, but okay. So far I've got just a cup that size of things to go through. So like I said, that usually takes me another day or so to go through them. My tip is get an empty cardboard box, and when you rip the wrappers off, crumple them up and throw them in the box, and then you can just throw the whole box away. You don't have to worry about doing trash bags and stuff like that. Got some rolls from originally Tog found, I want to say 4 or 5 every Washington key date, semi key date. They were amazing. He got them from the LCS. Tried to get more, but they were gone. Yeah, there's no LCS near me. Nearest one would be minimum. Probably an hour and a half. I don't think there's even one in the town an hour away where the Walmart is. Nearest Walmart is an hour in each direction. I know east, they would not have a Queen store. Going west, it goes to, everybody think, if they're not from here, everybody says hurricane. If you're from this area, everybody pronounces it hurricane. But I don't think there is one there. But if there isn't, I know there's one in St. George, which is an hour and a half from here. So, problem is I just don't ever go over there. When I do, it's usually with the kids. So, yeah, I moved here when I had lost a job. I was living in Grand Junction, Colorado. I loved that place. I lost a job, so I moved down here to be near family until I found something. And I thought I'd just be here for, a few months. I'd probably go down to Phoenix or Vegas or Salt Lake, something like that. Ended up staying. I've been here 13 years now. Come on. Get your guesses in. If it'll focus. Sometimes it'll focus just fine, and other times it won't. There you go. So I've been here like 13 years. I didn't think I'd like the little town. I mean, I moved from Wyoming originally, is where I grew up, up in Casper, middle of nowhere, one of the windiest spots in the country. Hey, Cody H. We're just guessing some wheat penny years for a chance to get your name on a wheel for drawing at the end of the night. We're hunting some pennies, looking for Wheaties. We found Canadians. We found some wheats that were super like brand new looking, shiny BU. AU. 62 again, huh? So just finishing up this roll, and then we'll flip it over and look and see who gets the closest. Okay, any other guesses? Get them in. And here we go. It is a 1946. We got a 44 and a 48. Oh, ow. I just smashed my fingers. All right, my knee. I read Jim Thompson's Not My Fat Fingers this time, and I said I smashed my fingers. No, I didn't. All right, so it was 46. We had JClikes Pam. And what was the other one? Oh, Cody. There we go. So 2 on either direction if my math is correcting. Or mathing. But yeah, if you've ever been to Grand Canyon, that's kind of the area that I live in. An hour to the north rim of the Grand Canyon, an hour to Zion National Park, an hour and a half to Bryce Canyon National Park, an hour to Lake Powell, an hour or so to get to Grand Staircase National Monument. The North Rim is actually completely closed. They had a fire this summer, burnt about 150,000 acres. Started on July 4th by lightning, ironically. And ended up burning down the North Rim Lodge. So there's no services whatsoever. So there's no... Yep, that's what I thought. See if it'll focus without me doing anything this time. Nope. There we go. So, North Rim is a no-go, but South Rim is still open. Everybody always thinks of Grand Canyon, they think of the South Rim. But the North Rim, after people have been to both, usually say is better, in their opinion. But That's the area I live in. Lots of outdoors. Okay, let's get any guesses in. I'm going to flip it. We got a 44, 33, 41, 47, 52, 48, 35, and a 54. It's 1956, I think it says. Yep, 56. Anybody have 56? Had a 54. Cody H. Again. Awesome. What are we at for likes? We can always do a 25 like giveaway, and its box is almost about done. It's got 8 rolls after this one. So I do nickel and penny box hunts for people. This is actually for JClikes Pam. It was a donator on an auction for American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And one of the perks at that level was some box hunts from some people. And that's what I'm doing tonight. But usually it's a nickel or penny box, and then 2 choices are either guaranteed coin pack or a No Frills. See you, Jim. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you hanging out. You guys are great for the support. And so then, oh. See, it went on just fine that time. See, now you see me get my dime box out, you know exactly what's going to happen. So get your guesses in. It's kind of a cruddy one, but it's still a weedy. And there can be multiple winners, so 46, 50, 56, 48. I'm just going to unwrap this one. Give you guys a few more seconds to get some guesses in while I get that next one ready. Okay. My fancy box there goes away. And my hand comes out and we are flipping it. And Cody H is the last one at 53. Oh boy. Let's see what this says. 42. 1942. Very hard to read it, but there we go. So who do we got? Make sure I'm still on live chat. Michael Erickson, 41. I think you're a little late, Gregory. You might want to refresh and go live. So I've got Michael on there. So that's one of the things we do is we do the wheel of names, and throughout the night we get names guessed and stuff. Guess correctly or get the closest, you get your name on the wheel. And then we, at the end of the night, draw or spin the wheel, and you get to choose a copper round. Most of them are still on that sheet. I've got a couple that I crossed off, but I might have replacements because I do have some duplicates on some of them, and I think one of them I had crossed off, and I was like, thinking about it now, I'm like, I think I might have another one over there. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. Someone was paying attention, not me. If you want to post your channel link for people to subscribe to, it's !me, no spaces, just !me, and that will post your channel link. So if you provide content and want subscribers, you can do that. I try to sub to anyone that needs. So if you need some points, I can get you some points also. A few of you have come in and may not have points. Let me just look real quick and see if anybody needs some points added to it. So, just like that, Cody, you just got a sub. I subbed to you. Got one more. All right, so let me go here, go to the points, get a few. Looks like a few people need them, so when people come in, I try to give them 2 million points. So it's one of those I can just probably do them a lot quicker than and JClikes Pam, I'm going to bump you up. Give you some more points because you're getting low. Michael Erickson, you're getting low, so I'm going to give you some extra. New Marshall I don't see, but he's a little low. And VMC, I'll give you some. And there we go. So everybody should have points. If you came in, you now have points. You can gamble. If you put exclamation games, it tells you which games are available. Just one of those things that just gives you a little extra fun to do. Was there any other links? Anybody else post a link that needs a sub? It's one of those things that I always try to check anybody's link out to make sure I have subbed if I haven't. Otis, I have subbed to you, so usually a loser on these games and a woman. I was never a fan of the heist one. I always do the slots and the gamble. Six rolls left. Got a whole cup full to go through tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to make it tonight. It takes me a while because I am not the greatest at finding varieties on pennies for some reason. So I take my time and have to kind of look at them. I usually pull up Variety Vista and sometimes Wexler's and PCGS and have resources, so if I do think I might have one, I can compare it and make sure. But Southern Metal's good at finding varieties on pennies. He usually posts shorts of all his searches, and it seems like he's always finding them. Well, there's no year or anything you can tell on that one. Sometimes you have to wonder, how did that happen? Five more rolls left. So you have gamble, slots, duel, and heist. And where it says points, you enter the amount of points that you want to gamble or slots or whatever. Yeah, it looks like it was one that was road rash. Probably been ran over and beat up a dozen times in the... Oh, there we go. Get your guesses in. I love it when they're back facing so that it's easier to not go, oops, someone might have seen that. 42, 43, 47, 40, 55. 36. You're going low. You never know. Sometimes you get ones that are trickers. You think, that's got to be an old one. And it isn't. Or, oh man, that has got to be a new one. And it's just old. $41, $47, and a 50. Got 5 more coins in left, so get your guesses. There we go. Looks like, hey, Riley. Riley's the last one in on my screen. And it is a either 53 or 58. $53. Remember to go off of it this time. 53. Got 55. I think 55 is the closest. That is JClikes Pam. Now, if I can just get it to focus again. I don't know why it's sometimes so difficult. Sorry, just trying to get it to focus again. There we go. I don't know why it's either does it just fine every time or not at all. I mean, it is, well, it's a hand-me-down, so. I'm looking at a couple newer ones, but it's kind of hard to spend the money when it's basically working just fine. Except for when it doesn't. So hopefully, if you do hunts, they're going good. Hasn't been too bad. On my streams we're doing for subscribers, we found a 1919, a 19, couple in the like 36, 37 something. Haven't found an Indian head, never found one. Part of that is why I bought a whole roll of them from AppMax, because I wanted to make sure I had enough of everything. So I bought those first before I put those options of hunts out there. But we can find some nice things. I love it when we come across like a blazer like tonight. In a regular roll too, not from my tube. We got 2.5 rolls left, so got pennies and halves to stream with CZ tomorrow night, probably around 8:30, 9-ish. Awesome. I do stream Mondays and Thursdays, 5:30 Mountain. A lot of the people are either East Coast or Central. I know on giveaways, I would say probably 4 different people have New York addresses. There's other states and stuff too, but it's one of those that's like New York seems to be kind of a popular one. I love it when I come across like these ones, these nice dark coppery ones, and it's an 82. I check them for DDOs and any of the wide AM, close AM, DDRs, like no FGs, D over Ds, things like that. Yeah, but I have no life, so staying up all night isn't. That's like me. I'm at Riley Hunt's Coins. I won't get banned, will I? Hopefully not. Why would anybody want to ban KJ? Although I think KJ won 3 of my giveaways so far. I think he was the first, maybe. Street racing. My younger brother. Last one. Hey, Michael Thorpe just subscribed, said, thank you. Got banned on B-Baller, yeah. daughter managed to total her vehicle, so guess who had an extra vehicle? I don't know that anyone has gotten banned. Yeah, my younger brother had been a little bit wilder when he was young. We don't care what gets said unless it's like obviously messed up. Yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty easygoing. If my kids are here, that would be one thing. Alright, give me a second. Gotta get it to focus. Get your guesses in. So these wheel games, like I said, are throughout the night. So if you do win, like you leave and then you come back, or you leave, whatever, just want to check to see if you won. These ones are not have to be present to win. $25 likes and end of stream and stuff, you have to be present. Oh. I'm just going to throw this up here next to it. So the top one is the first one. Don't put your guesses in for the second one. I'm just putting it up so you can just start looking at it. So we're not guessing this one. I don't want numbers for this one yet. This one, do we have all the numbers in? It's a 1956. So now you can start guessing on this one. And 56, did we have anybody? Looks like we had Cody H at 58, but Otis at the top had 56. So Otis is exactly on. That was 2 Wheaties in the last roll. Couldn't have planned that better. Try to get a little bit of a different angles and stuff on there for you. 44, 51, 55, 55, 51, 52, 53, 40, 47, 41. And 56. Last few guesses. We're going to start to do that. Cody's last one at 56, and it is a 44. San Francisco. Congratulations. No. Asked me if I'm sure I wanted to remove my camera, and I said, what? Let's see. KJ. Anybody else? Nope. Okay. So we had the 57 Blazer. Had a... When did I have those out there? Oh, 59s. So a couple 59s for you. So we had a 44, 56, 53. That one was a 50-something. That was 50-something. 46, 50-something. 45, 50-something, 50-something, and a 40. So let's see what the oldest year was. 44? It's a 45, so that's not. It's a 46, so that's not. And a 49. So 44 is the oldest one. According to my sheet, Ron Pierce had exactly 1944. Awesome. Okay. And then we had two Canadians. Your 2024 that you said you needed. And I'm just going to throw these two in flips just because they're that 69 and the '63 that are really nice. Why not? I mean, yeah, they're in circulation, but they're still pretty good looking. And that was the 63, and this one was the 69. Awesome. Not too bad. 4 from the 40s, 8 from the 50s, including that Blazer. So there you go. So I got the oldest one on there. No one won the drink. Just shuffle it up and randomly click. JClikes Pam has 3 in a row. Awesome. Well, looks like it's your lucky night. So those are the ones, like I said, I might have duplicates on some of those. And then also I do have the 1 ounce that's colorized. It's the money bags in a car with a cop and a bank. So here's that one. That gives you an idea of the ones. Those are the top and bottom of them. Top row is the front. Next one is the bottom, back. I do have, like I said, a few others. There's that one I'll show you. I know that one I didn't get in there. Because a few of them were like hiding. So there is also, I have this one. And same back, but a different, or same front, but different back. It's also a marijuana on it. Anything catching your eye, you are welcome to tell me later if you want one that's either up there, or see if I have duplicates. I might have a new, not new one, but another one of those Vegas ones, and I can show any of them up close if you would like them closer. The one before the last one. On this screen, or the ones that I showed? This one, is it the Twin Towers you're talking about? Or the blunt? Leaves. Okay. I had thought they were going to be like EMS ones. I've seen some with EMS stuff on it, but it's got the THC chemistry, whatever one that is, I think. And there you go. So is that the correct one? If so, I'll get that to you. There's your fines there. There's your Wheaties, your Leafies, your 59s, and 2024. All right, not too bad. There's that, and there's that coin pack for you. Got your giveaway, which I think it's interesting when the person whose box it is wins the giveaway. These I will go through tomorrow, maybe later tonight. It's one of those things that you can always ask your bank tellers if you have anything new. One time they walked in and said, "Hey, we got something for you," and showed me this. And I'm like, a roll of quarters? At first I thought maybe a silver quarter, but it's not. And then they flipped it around. I was like, oh, it's a gold plated. It's worth 25 cents. Because they always ask me how much is that worth or whatever. And I was like, there is so minuscule amount of gold on it that it doesn't add like any weight. Congratulations, JC. Wish it was a little better, but not too shabby. Yep. Not too bad. Let's see. Did we get to 25 likes? If so, we'll do the 25 like and the end of stream. Just got to get to the 26 likes. Okay. So if we have 26 likes, we're going to, I'm just going to call it a GAW, but we're going to draw two people. The first one is going to be the 25 like. The second name drawn is the end of stream. So I'm just going to throw those back up so you have an idea of if you win what you might like. So this will be for the like giveaway, and then the second name will be the end of stream. Hi, Lisa D. You're here just in time for giveaways. Almost forgot to put your pen and bottle opener keychain. You can also open cans of pop with those. Yes, they're all 1 ounce coppers, including the one with the colorized on it. I've got a bunch of those. One of those things where I got many duplicates of those. But yes, they're all 1 ounce copper rounds, including this rectangle one. I've been lurking in guest view dates. Oh. I was going to say, I know I've seen you in there, I thought, but I thought maybe I was just not. My information at the bottom of the screen, scrolling, is my different options I have, the time that I stream, my email, all that. We got 9 users in right now. It says 9 tickets. According to my thing, there's 14 people watching. So we will be drawing for 2. The first one is the 25 like giveaway. The second one is the end of stream giveaway. So these are the rounds. I do have a few others that I do not have up there right now, so I do need to get those on there. But those give you an idea of what I have. Some of them I do have duplicates of. I think I did get another one of a few of those. But anyway, it says it's closed. I'm going to open it up just a bit because it still says there's a little bit of time. So I'll give you guys about 20 more seconds or so. Anybody else getting in? Okay. Going to switch over to that. Going to close entries. Oh, Mark Lester is about to get in. Make sure your name gets on there before I close it. Come on. Oh, okay. Well, there you go, Gregory G. If you think you didn't get in right now, I do have Vincent, KJ, Lisa, Michael, JC, Cody, VMC, Crafty, Mark, Gregory G, and Otis. So it doesn't let you enter more than once, so it's one of those things that I'm going to close entries. It's been plenty of time. So the first one is the 25 like. KJ in Ohio. Nickel face. I will pull those out and show you. And second winner, Otis Coldren. You are the next winner on Dad Hunts Coins. KJ, I've already got your address and email and stuff, so not a big deal on that. Get back to that one. We can go through these and find the nickel face. And let's see. Which one is the nickel face? The one on the very right. I did knock some of them over, so I'm wondering if it's back there, but weird. In a case if possible. Okay. Let me just see if I knocked them back here. Give me just a second to make sure they're not over here. Apologize, I'm going through my duplicates. I don't know why I would have it up there if I had given it away. Weird. Oh, maybe those are them. Well, not in there either. Let me check one other place. I apologize. Well, I will look for it some more, but I may have given it away to someone. I don't know. Is there a backup that you would like? Otis wants Vietnam. I'll need to update these because, like I said, maybe I did give it out and forgot to mark it off. I have a Lincoln. I do have some other ones, so let me pull out those and I will show you which ones that look like coins I have. So I do have a Morgan, I have an Indian gold piece looking one, I have a Walking Liberty, I have so I do have that one, I have that one, I have that one. These ones I haven't got put away, but I have the Mercury dime, Kennedy, a Barber. That's it. Morgan is fine. Okay. I'll get that in a case for you. Yeah, I must have given it out. I don't know, but weird. Okay. If I find it, I will send that one to you instead. But okay, Otis, I will need an email from you with your address and stuff. JClikes Pam, I've got a whole bunch of stuff for you. KJ, I've got one for you. You prefer the Morgan anyway. Okay. I think I've got a, like I said, I've got a few of the other ones in, but I guess I just need to update it. So, all right. Hey, Timmy. Yeah, it's all look, but yeah, if that's fine, I'll just send that one to you. Like I said, I've already got your address. You've won a few times. So, there you go. We're able to give away 3 again. You wrapping up? Yeah, we just got done with the penny hunt. Did our likes giveaway and end of stream. This is JClikes Pam's stuff. Won a copper round along with a bunch of 50s, including a BU, AU, and some 40s, and a few of those. We got the coin pack. So, yep, so we'll be wrapping up. But anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out and spending your time with me. I was disorganized tonight. I apologize. But that happens, I guess. Anyway, I think that's it. So I just need an email from Otis. The other ones, like I said, I'm either already sending it to you, and I already have your pack out ready to go. And I'll put all that in an extra envelope too, so in case if it busts open or something. All right. Is this? Nope. I don't know where any of my stuff is tonight. Oh well, I'll look for it. And I've also, like I said, go through all those. Quite a bunch there. And that'll probably be tomorrow, but all right. Thank you for donating on Pause Spare Time for the AFSP Foundation donation, and get the pack. A bunch of good stuff for that, an extra perk. So there you go. Looks like we had 157 views, it says, so not too bad. I like that. And I will wrap it up and say good night and thanks for watching. I think I have Michael Erickson on Monday at 5:30, unless any of the other people contact me. But right now I've got Michael Erickson for a nickel hunt, I believe. So tune in then, and I will be on call all weekend, of course. So I'll try to watch what I can when I can. But there you go. Okay. Good night, Cody. If you want to get an exclamation me, in case if anybody needs one last time to see if anybody else needs it, you can do that before I hurry and end the stream. But I did get sub to you because you had done that. So, all right. Monday I'll hopefully be more organized, even though I'll be tired. All right, Otis, I got your email. I will get that in the mail probably tomorrow morning. Good night, and God bless. Thanks for watching. Great finds and fun. Yep. That's one of those that sometimes you find a lot of things, sometimes a few, but it's still good. Alrighty. Enough jibber jabbering. Night.